Oh Christ, have I updated? I have updated the. Yeah, you guys came in because this pinged in Slack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Right. Okay. So, we're live. It is the Beck Scrum. It is Monday. We have Michael and Federico. Woo, that's how. Yes, updates from me. I have. What have I just been doing? Gosh. Yeah, I've just been. Well, basically identified that the MediaWiki, the wiki behind Wikipedia, kind of actually is the sweet spot for the NHS, laptops with their whatever their firewall and this and the other. So we're going with that. So I have used Bitnami to set up, to roll a MediaWiki instance on our Azure account, and Bitnami was really nice and cool, and it's all working there, and we have sort of a way forward. In parallel, I'm speaking with 3 or 4 different MediaWiki hosting companies and trying out their options. Yeah, and I want to get on top of that because we're going to soft launch the wiki on May the 4th and hard launch it on May the 12th, and it's all go. Yeah, so there's a lot to do there that I won't reiterate from the previous Scrum. The previous Scrum, met up with Matt, who's made some progress on that issue about the activity tabs not being updated. And so he's got a sort of partial pull request, and he's sort of encountering layers and layers of problems. And I've encouraged him to sort of just let's having identified the problem, first fix, let's wrap a test, get into a single pull request, and then move on and create a ticket for the next thing, rather than trying to fix 12 of them in the same pull request or what have you. We have this issue now that we're on that day. Tomorrow is the Google, API bar thing goes away, and already we're starting to see some weirdness. And yeah, that's kind of a pain. Gosh, and then there's Edward. Okay. Yeah, and we've currently got the events pages giving us a 500 internal error, even after a restart, and I don't know what's causing that. It looks like request weighted. The main thing I'm seeing is just I think it's timing out from what it's trying to create there. I don't know if we've suddenly had a load of new events be created, or what's happened there, or if that's some side effect of the Google thing. So that's kind of a blocker. Coming up, we have the local support kickoff. I did manage to actually meet the local support client and give on Friday and give feedback on to the different people who are doing pull requests and update project steps and so on. There's lots going on there, but more of that in the upcoming, hopefully, local support kickoff meeting. Michael, how are things going with you?
Good. Not much to report.
All right. Federico, how are things going with you?
Hey, pretty good now. Let's see. We had the marketing meeting today, which I was sort of able to attend, not really, because I had headphone microphone issues, which are hopefully resolved now. And let's see. So at the end of last week, we had the Championer board meeting, and which ended up going pretty well. And we got we filed the articles of incorporation and successfully approved and everything. So it's incorporated now, and IRS identification number as well.
Cool.
So so there's that. So that now we can move on. I need to complete some initial user stories to get the project moving, the Phoenix one, Elixir Phoenix project. And speaking of user stories, the podcast should be ready by midnight tonight, when your appearance on Ruby Rogues will be released. And you mentioned the what's it called, Agile Book Club podcast on there.
Yeah.
And I did set up last night the SoundCloud.com /AV develop, so I can keep so I can update the current version of the podcast, of the mixing of the podcast. So so today I'm gonna finish remastering it, and I'll upload it there, and that'll help to just to double check that everything works well there. Once that's ready, and maybe you guys can listen to it, maybe not, then I'll upload it to the official SoundCloud account, which is soundcloud.com/AgileVentures.
Mm-hmm.
And
Cool.
And that's about it.
All right. Yeah, excellent. Yes, I totally forgot. Of course, the marketing meeting was going to happen. Yes, after Marufa and I synced up, and she's got lots of stuff that she wants input on. There's new newsletter. There's new, gosh, what is it? Stuff, questionnaires and things and so on. We've also got potentially a full-time marketing intern starting for. This is May, June, July, August, 4 months, and Ruth is like, yes, oh, if this is going to be full-time, I'm going to be full-time too. And yeah, so we just to be able to, review all of their things there. So lots going on. I mean, I've got to do this length of my arm. That's our Scrum, basically. I mean, in the background, I'm hitting on these events things. I mean, it's huge. Well done on getting the podcast sorted, Federico. That's going to be really, really awesome. I mean, look at this. I guess our immediate blocker is going to be what happens to the site and this, that, and the other. But so we've got here. This is what I'm seeing. I mean, I just reloaded the thing. We get our usual memory errors. I mean, I kind of like throw money at it. We're getting some failure here in this active support time calculations things off Ice Cube. There seems to be, it says request waited 2 milliseconds. I wonder if this is does this calculation kind of go off and try and reach some third-party service in order to work out the time zone for some of the events or something? Anyway, that's and then there we go. We get the basically seems to be getting stuck on the view there. I don't know if that's like one rogue event or what have you. But I guess, Michael, you're not free for the what's it called, podcast today?
No.
Is this a bad time generally, or just happened this week that you're busy?
This week.
Yeah. Will you have a moment? Would you have a moment now to look at the this issue that's just come up on website one?
Right now?
Yeah.
Maybe. What? Yeah.
I mean, I've got to dive into the local support kickoff, assuming that those people are even around. But yeah, I don't know. Just have a look at this stack trace, which I will share in the. Well, I guess I'll put it in the ticket, and see if anything springs to mind. It doesn't look like throwing additional memory at the process is going to help, but that's the error. Yeah, that issue that you wanted to bring up in the marketing meeting, Federico, that page you can edit directly, so you can change the size of the box in principle, just going and editing the page if you are keen to make a fix.
Yeah, well, I put it up there just in case you guys needed issues to work on for the website one kickoff on Friday.
Right.
And
okay.
And I don't think you guys were able to get to it, so I was going to bring it up at today's marketing meeting.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I guess I could look at it. I think if Michael could, I think that'd be best, because what triggered it was the resize of the
right.
Of the
I'm saying that in principle it can be fixed by just editing the page rather than any deployment of new code to website one.
Right.
So it's kind of it's then, rather than it being a thing specifically for the website one kind of development. I mean, anybody in the Agile Ventures community could potentially edit and fix it, should they be so inspired to do so. I mean, this is part of the problem, of course, we have, is that people don't feel empowered to do so, or they realize they can, or I don't know. I mean, we've got a huge backlog of edits that need to be made through the interface that don't require any pull requests or code deployments or what have you. There.
Yeah. Well, the only reason I thought that you know, we should funnel it through there was to give you guys something to work on, which you actually don't really need. You guys are pretty busy.
There's lots of things. I mean, although it's certainly stuff that we want to get fixed. I mean, there's so much stuff. I mean,
Right.
my intention was increasing the font size was partly to push myself to work on it, but I'm so bloody busy with this NHS thing. Anyway, Michael, that's I've put an issue with the log details for that, what we're getting right there. I guess I will try and create another hangout for the local support kickoff. I'm just trying to work out if there's some way that I can even work out if I had a kickoff event, which I probably don't. I guess the thing to do actually might be if I just create an event, because I don't think I have one. So I'll call it local support kickoff. And then start it. I guess that's the way to go. Yeah, so potentially we have 3 interns over this summer. There's one programmer who wants to be an intern. Probably an existing. Oh, someone else has joined us. Hello, Ray. How's it going? Good to see you. And if you can hear us, we're just finishing up here. I'm going to start the next meeting. You can catch the video of the session. I'll post it in the Slack channel. Not there. Video. Yeah, and then we're going to have to see if we can totally fix up this. Everything works with the Hangout system. All right, well, I'll stop that